It looks pretty good. This is me building a new PC, in theory, if everything goes to plan. So, this is my old PC. I'm kind of hoping this table doesn't collapse when I put this down. There we go. Hopefully you can still hear me and stuff. So I've tried to set the cameras up. Hey Samurai. I've tried to set the cameras up so you can see me a bit better. This is the old PC, by the way. This isn't the new one. I didn't think of a place to put the screws, but I will think about it as I go, I guess. So what I need out of this old PC are the hard drives and the power supply. That's it. So, oh, and a graphics card. Probably could do with that too. So all of this is coming off. This is dusty as hell. I should have dusted this a long time ago. Let's take out the important bit first so I don't break it. I'm going to use this power supply because it's not too bad, although it's covered in dust. So I'll probably need to dust it. But I'll take the graphics card out first because it's probably the most expensive bit that I really don't want to break. Because I really don't want to be buying a new graphics card right now. I'm waiting till like September for that to get the shiny 3000 series. In theory I shouldn't need any of these screws I'm taking out. I'm going to keep them just in case. Because I'm hoping to kind of put this graphics card back in this PC one day and have it as like a second PC. The graphics card, actually the top bit's kind of dusty, but the rest of it's not too bad. And then I've unscrewed the bit that connects onto the back plate. And then if you just push this little thing down, that should release it like that. And then that is good to go. So that is my shiny 1080, which is actually not a bad card. Oh, I can show it on that one. There you go. There's my 1080. It's not in bad condition. Like the fans at the bottom don't get dust in them, obviously, because at the bottom it's just a PCB at the back that does have dust on it. But I'll worry about that another time. This is an NVMe drive, so this is my NVMe SSD. That's the next bit I need to take out. I don't actually know if there's anything you have to do specifically to take that out. I'm going to hope not. I hope it's okay. So, I'll use my screwdriver. If someone notices me doing something terribly wrong, please do say. Okay, I'm already a bit stuck with this. How do I make sure that comes off without breaking it? It seems so small and fragile. Right, got some pliers. We'll try it with this. Yeah, I watch Linus Tech Tips quite a bit. If anyone finds something on how to... Oh, is that coming loose? There we go, I just need to loosen that with some pliers. Right, I'll unplug some of the stuff from the power supply that I can do from this side. So power supply, this is the power supply to the motherboard. So that's that. This is the power supply to... Is that the USB? Oh no, that's not from the power supply. Is that it for the power supply? Maybe it is. Right, I need to lift up the other side of it. Let's do it that way. Right. I can grab these power cables and bring them back through. That one is fine. This is the dusty boy. This is way too dusty. Luckily it should be quite easy to clean. Right, what else have I got power cable wise? None of that's important. This one. So this is the one that goes to my hard drives, which, as I said, this hard drive was maybe not placed in the best way. That was not attached to anything. But on the plus side, that makes it super easy to take out now. So this one is my 250GB hard drive. I'll give a dust now. This hard drive is literally the only thing on this whole hard drive is Call of Duty. That's it. And I don't even play Call of Duty on PC that much. But that's the only thing that's on that hard drive. Couldn't get a new power supply. And this is a modular power supply, which means there's a chance I won't have enough things connected to it. And if there aren't enough things connected to it, I'm not 100% sure I've got the other bits of it. I might do, but I doubt it. And if I do, they're in the shed, so they've probably got wet. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, there's my power supply. There we go. On that camera. It is ready. It's a decent power supply. Not terrible. And it's not dusty or anything. It's actually... it's still got the little bit of plastic just there. I can peel that off now. Only I've never taken that off when I put this in the first time. That's been flapping around all this time. There we go. Very shiny. So, other than that, that's this PC pretty much done. It's still got a load of components that are actually alright. That's my piddly little 120GB hard drive that I'm planning on putting Windows on this now. Let's crack open the manual. This is the manual for the case. So I feel like it's something that's expensive. I should probably actually pay attention to it. So if any of you want to look it up, what it is online, so you can see what I'm looking at. It is the Define R6, Fractal Design R6. Which you may say, but wait, that is super similar to the other case that I just put upstairs. And it is, this has got a few extra things. It's got a USB-C port on the front. It's got a few more USB-3 ports on the front. And it's got a glass side. That's basically it. And it's apparently even better for dampening noise. So, they're saying the first thing to do. They think the first thing to do is put the power supply in, which is kind of interesting. They say put the power supply in before you do anything else. I'm not going to argue with them, so let's put the power supply in. So this is the new case. I have to warn you, cable management has never been my strong suit. I've never been good at it. So with this, you just put this in, and then you close the thing over it. Yeah, I hate I/O shields so much. I always end up bending the little clips back. It's just a nightmare. But we'll see how it goes. So this is the motherboard. Got a thank you note, which is nice. But where's the bloody I/O shield? Am I just not going to have one? Like seriously, where is it? Okay, in an unusual twist, it doesn't have an I/O shield. It's actually attached to the motherboard. It is pre-applied Lefty TV, you're completely right. It is pre-applied, which is amazing. It makes me feel like putting the motherboard into the machine is going to be a little bit trickier. But, on the other hand, it means I don't have to put one in. So, I'm also going to have to take this off, put the NVMe drive on. I might do that before I do anything else. Just because the cooler's going to sit here, that's going to be a pain. Unless anyone's got any big exception to that. I think I put that in a weird angle before on my old PC. It seemed to work though. CPU installation. So I know what to do, kind of. I have to look for where there's a little arrow, which is just there. That's how I line up the processor into the thing. Cheers, Mitch. See you later. I have to, well, first I have to lift this arm up, like this. Then line it up, put the processor in, put the arm down. Easy. So the little arrow matches up there. I think I got a little bit of a fingerprint on it, which isn't perfect, but that should be fine. Now to do the cooler. I don't understand, because this is like... Right, that's locked on. Just trying to work out where would be a good USB header to put the things. All the USB things on the bottom of the thing, which isn't ideal. I'm not completely over the moon about that, because it means I'm going to have this cable. I might be able to tuck it out of the way somewhere. That is a pain. But we'll see how it goes. I think that's okay. He's like talking about there's actually 2 different ports, but I don't really want to do that. Okay, I think that's that done. So yeah, it's the RGB cord. Like this one is a USB RGB cord. There is another one for if you want to have it controlled by the motherboard. Apparently the advice on the internet is to put it onto a USB header to control it via USB, so you can control it through an app on a computer rather than doing it through the motherboard software, but I'm not 100% sure. I was just trying to look to see where the like USB headers are. Let's see if there's any others, or to see if there's a better RGB one. But I can't see one. I don't actually know where the RGB ports are on this. Oh yeah, the RGB headers. See, the RGB headers are in the same place, so it doesn't really matter too much. That cable's going to be there, whatever. Oh, there's another one up there. There is an RGB header at the top, which might look a little bit better. That would be cool if you did sub, but no obligation at all. Yeah, I'm just thinking like this cable's kind of in a stupid place. That's all. That's what I'm not a fan of. It's just how ugly this cable's going to be, because the graphics card's going to be there, so it's going to be like tucked around it somehow. But not the end of the world. Thinking I could route it underneath this potentially. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know how much clearance there is on this. I might be able to hide it. Thank you, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate the kind words. It genuinely never gets old hearing people say nice stuff about the stream. I'm going to take this up, just on the off chance that there's enough space to put this cable underneath it. I think I might be able to. Yes. Just shove onto there a little bit. Give that a little bit more give. You say it's smart. You wait until something's not working later. Then we'll see how smart it was. Or something like cooks. Can I feed this through or do I need to lift this up so? Let's see what's up. Oh no, I think I'm gonna have to lift that one up as well. You expect a gaming stream? Yeah, I could do. Like, it's, I don't have a new graphics card, so I'm not expecting it to be, like, crazy better than my old PC. This is more kind of a, just a much needed upgrade, rather than something that's going to make it amazing. It's something that's going to make, like, rendering and stuff a bit better, and hopefully once I've got a new graphics card, it's going to make it a bit simpler to stream stuff at the same time as I record it on the PC, which would be nice. Right, this still doesn't look amazing, but it looks better. That's the main thing. And it means like that cable can be tucked down somewhere, which it couldn't be before. There we go. So then that can just be tucked behind a motherboard. That's a bit better. Check that's not touching the heat pipes. Cool. That's that done. And that's me kind of done with CPU stuff, I think. CPU stuff can go back in the box. Just to clear some space. I'll leave that little sticker in there. If I do make it famous, you'll all be like, you know, the first people who are watching. You'll be the people who can be like, hey, we've got the longest subs or whatever. There's a lot of people in here who have been subbed. You know, this is the first month that I've had any subs, so everyone who's subbed is on the first month, which is pretty cool. Right, thrown out the way. Screw this back on. Remember that it's weird. It was like that, wasn't it? I'm in super concentrate mode, so I'm maybe not talking about. Yeah, now to do standoffs. Which I did see someone moaning about this motherboard online, or the case, sorry, that they said that they didn't get enough standoffs, but I think they were being silly. It's not, so let's try this, shall we? There you go. Now you can see a little bit better inside there. So next thing is the RAM. I'm gonna put this in. No worries. Okay, that's what I'm working on at the moment, this bit down here. So, what do we got? Got this big chunky thing. That goes there. This is the HD audio. Where's that? Front panel audio connector 19. Yeah, that sounds right. That goes there. Alright. Could be. That one should be okay then. This one is a USB header. This for USB 2. Okay, so USB 2 is just this one. So where do we want this one? Probably put this one in that one. As I'm doing all this, I realised I definitely should have done this in a different order, but such a safe. I definitely should have done the little fiddly ones first, but well. We can start doing the little fiddly ones now. It'll be fun. So what is each one? So the reset switch. Should still have some more. I should still have some more things, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Right, okay. So, got the reset switch. Yes. Those two. The HED LED. I don't think I'm going to have to put any more case fans in this. I was going to, but it's got two at the front and one at the back. There's not really space for one at the bottom. This one needs to come out. There we go. I hate doing these screws. Fingers are way too big for them. But they're super important because they stop you putting all the weight on the PCI slot, which is a thing that can happen. There we go. Solid. Install a hard drive. Oh, we haven't actually put the power cables in yet, so I might start doing that before I start putting the other drives in. I don't know if that's properly in or not. Feels like it is. Grab some SATA cables to do the hard drives. Then we're pretty much done. The glass side panel. Right, hopefully you can still hear me. The sound won't be as good now because I'm just using my laptop microphone for reasons that will become clear. I am very tired, I should have a drink, you're right. But now's the moment to turn it on, really. I've plugged everything in. I'm going to plug in, I'm going to read something first and then try and plug in a USB stick with a Windows install on it, and we'll see how it goes. I've got no idea how the BIOS works or anything like that in this. And we'll see whether I get a picture out of it. Okay, the power button works. That's a good start. Let's see whether we get a picture. It's definitely booting, and it's very colourful, which is cool. I can show you it, actually. Look, there it is, being all colourful. My TV does this stupid scanning for devices thing. Right, here we go. It booted first time. I have to say, I'm very happy that it booted first time. But there we go. I'll take you a bit closer. So that's what my new PC looks like. And it's running absolutely silently. It's pretty colourful. I like it. I quite like. I was thinking like, oh, maybe I should have other RGB fans for like the back, but I think it actually looks quite nice. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And it's running completely silently at the moment, which is nice. Like obviously when I'm playing games and stuff, it might rev up, but at the moment I can't hear it at all, which is cool. Oh,